Hi guys, welcome to another edition on the podcast. Welcome back to the channel. It's another edition of Away Days. This time it's featuring Arsenal. Just done the previous one with the Atlanta Falcons, so if you listen to that, thanks very much. This one is now on my other team, um, Arsenal Football Club. Again, they played yesterday, so it was a pretty big day in terms of sport for me, for the two teams that I support. Like I said in the previous upload regarding the Falcons, I'm in the States, so yeah, this is where I'm doing my thing for the next week or so. Um, Again, just like the Falcons, a lot of talking points in this one, but this one I think is more in depth in regards to Arsenal and Man City. Um, Game finished 2-2. Um, Calafiori and Gabriel scoring for Arsenal, and Erling Haaland and John Stones scoring for Man City. Both, well, okay, all the goals are just spread out anyway, but John Stones scoring in the very last moments of time added on to get a draw. Erling Haaland gave Man City the lead in the game. Um, Calafiori and Gabriel both scored just before Leandro Trossard got sent off for a second yellow for kicking the ball away. Um, I don't know where do I start with this game. Um, First and foremost, I'm going to speak as an Arsenal fan. I'm going to speak as neutral. So, as an Arsenal fan, yeah, I'm very happy with the fact that we didn't lose. But at the same time, I was saying prior to this week, we're more than capable of going there and getting a result, and I stand by that. And we almost proved it with literally seconds to go. Um, this team has defended well. They've defended like warriors. They defended and they were committed. Somewhere I saw a video somewhere online earlier today saying that this Arsenal team enjoys defending. Um, I think they thrive on defending, and you can see it on the pitch. The body language, the determination, the commitment, the laying down for their teammate. You see all of it on the pitch. They really do enjoy defending. They thrive on the fact that they're keeping clean sheets so they can keep a team out. Unfortunately, in this case, if they could hold on for another 10 seconds, then yeah, they would have got the win. So I will give Man City credit for getting the goal. However, like I said, we should have won the game. We were fully deserving of winning the game. Man City had all the attempts on goal, but we knew what was going to happen in the second. We knew how things are going to be in the second half. Which then leads up to the sending off with Leandro Trossard. Again, I think you know players now should know, and we've all said this. If you kick the ball away, it's going to be a yellow card. Um, but you look for again. You look for consistency again. And again in this game there wasn't any. I don't understand anymore. In regards to officiating, even Mike Oliver was a referee. He gave a yellow card to one of the Arsenal substitutes because he told David Raya to stay down. He's then proceeded to give him a yellow card. I think, since when has that been in the rule book? Like, never. It's never been in the rule book. I've never seen that before in my life. So you've got that. Erling Haaland, after the John Stones equaliser, picks up the ball, throws the ball at the back of Gabriel's head. Nothing gets given. He escapes punishment. But yet we're still going back to Leandro Trossard kicking the ball away for a second yellow. Again, this goes back to what I said in regards to the Brighton game. João Pedro kicks the ball away, nothing's given. Declan Rice kicks the ball away by a tiny bit. He gets a second yellow, he's sent off. Where's the consistency? We see this all the time. I'm not even just saying this as an Arsenal fan, I'm saying this as a football fan as well. And I've just said this in regards to officiating, in regards to the NFL. Consistent with refereeing and officiating is just, it's non-existent sometimes. But anyway, certain levels of this game I look at and I think, right, we all know what was going to happen in the second half. Every single one of us said the same thing. The boys in My Arsenal group said the same thing. My other boys in Messenger said it. A few others have said it. It was Man City were going to camp and they were going to keep hold the ball. They were going to keep pressing and pressing and pressing. My boy Aaron said that Man City are relentless and then they're going to go. But I'm just really, as an Arsenal supporter, again, irked by what some of the things that some fans are really going on about in regards to Arsenal. Arsenal went to Man City last season, defended, and we was criticised for not attacking. And this time we were defending with our lives with 10 men, and now all of a sudden it's a case of we're wasting time. Now, I'm gonna, I'll say my 2 cents. I'll come back to the game, but I've said this to a couple of people, and they kind of understood where I was coming from with it. This stems right back. This has got nothing to do with Arsenal as a team. This is just to do with fans, and we all battle with different teams and different fans from different teams and everything like that. But it has become, I'm sorry to say, it has become a bit of an agenda when it comes to Arsenal Football Club in regards to how fans and supporters go on, because other fans don't like it. And the simple reason is, and I'm sorry it's gonna come up, but it is Arsenal Fan TV. You've had fans for the last 10, 12 years, always whenever Arsenal would lose, the first thing everyone would say was, I can't wait to watch Arsenal Fan TV, purely because they want to see the reactions of DT and Troops and Claude and Ty and Mo. They want to see the reaction of these guys because they would rant. These guys would rant all the time. And now that that's gone, Mikel Arteta's come in. You've now got certain fans from other platforms saying that Arsenal had a 5-year plan. I've never known this 5-year plan. Yes, Arteta's been there for 5 years, but since when has there been a 5-year plan? If you're saying a 5-year plan, Arsenal's not won anything, but yet we've won the FA Cup. What gives these fans entitlement for Arsenal Football Club to actually say, oh, Arsenal must now win something? Yet 3 years ago when we was finishing 8th, we was branded as a banter club. Now we're the one team that can challenge Man City, and you're now starting to see the desperation of certain fans in regards to Arsenal, because all now fans can say is, oh, Arsenal are bottlers. If Arsenal, as a club, if Arsenal are bottling the league, then please tell me what the other 18 teams in the Premiership are doing. Please tell me, because the last I looked, this is the Premier League. You got 20 teams challenging for that championship, which you lift up in May. Now we all look and say that certain teams know their level, but if you're still in a competition, you're competing for it. So you should still have a winning mentality. Say, well, you know what, we're going for that trophy. Otherwise, why are you here? If I hear anything of, oh well, we want to remain in the Premiership, okay, fair enough. You want to survive. You want to be there and be in the top division, yeah. But you're still in a competition where you're competing to lift a trophy. So when I hear fans saying that Arteta's under pressure, if he doesn't win the Premiership this season, he needs to walk, what entitlement does that give us? Who in the league is entitled to win the Premiership? Bearing in mind that the current champions have a pending 114 or 124 charges over their head. Like, certain fans need to actually stop listening to the likes of TalkSport and Sky Sports and BBC and start looking for themselves with their own eyes, and really just need to start saying, you know what, you don't want to see Arsenal win the league purely because of the fans, but you're the ones that put us in that position in the first place purely because of what you saw on Arsenal Fan TV. And this is stemming back 12 years ago, because you all thought that Arsenal fans were just like DT and Troops and all these guys that would rant whenever Arsenal would lose 6-3 to Man City or 8 or 6-0 to Chelsea or 5-1 to Liverpool or all them, or 8-2 to Man United back in 2011. All them games that we lost to teams that were challenging. But now that we're challenging and we're there where we are, it's like Arsenal have progressed up from 8th to challenging for the league. But what are the other teams doing? You literally have a team that spent £1 billion and they're still they're doing well now. They got off to a good start now, but have been lavishing for the last 2-3 years in mid-table. But anyway, that's my rant. That's my rant. If I make sense of it, if I make sense, let me know. Because you've a lot of fans from other teams, you've lost your baby with Arsenal Fan TV, and that's it. If there's any deluded fans out there, every single fan base has got deluded fans. There's even Arsenal fans I can't take. Believe me, there's Arsenal fans I can't take. And when you talk about fans and supporters, there is a big difference. If you don't know the difference, then well, stop watching football. So, yeah. Anyway, back to this game. Little things happen this one. So I'll go back again. We go back to the whole consistency of kicking the ball away and everything like that. Now, Haaland escapes punishment with throwing the ball in the back of Gabriel's head. I don't know if any of you saw the aftermath of the match when the final whistle went. I think it was Gabriel Jesus and Haaland squaring up. Haaland has just become a bit of a villain, isn't he? But I like it. I actually like it because it gives me it's I saw a comment from someone somewhere saying, enough of this niceness with being competitive. This is a rivalry now. This is a rivalry, and it will not surprise me one bit now if both of these two teams now go relentless in the next few months, because the next time they meet is in February. So we've got another 5 months before these two teams meet again in the league at the Emirates, where I think that's gonna build, and the tension is gonna build up more and more and more. And these two teams, I think, are gonna go on, and they're gonna really, really get riled up now, in regards to their next few games, especially with Arsenal. Arsenal's next two games against Southampton and Leicester. Most people would say we'll probably win those two games, but like I've just said before, the Premiership, you've got 20 teams competing. There are no easy games. There are no easy games. But the rivalry is really starting to heat up. It's actually it's reminding me a little bit of how things were with Manchester United and Arsenal back in the day, going back 20 odd years ago. Kind of reminded me about that. John Stones came out and said that Arsenal are the masters of dark arts. I'm not sure where he's getting that one from. I saw Bernardo Silva going to Gabriel, putting up the zero thing, I think, for like how many trophies and stuff. Arteta was annoyed with the sending off. There's so many things that happen in this game which just come up, and yeah, this is now a very, very tasty, spicy rivalry, which is gonna go to the limit. I think it's gonna really, really go to the limit. Rodri, another thing that affected as well. Rodri went down. Apparently, he went down with ACL, so I think he might be out for the season. But we don't know about that one. But a lot of people again was talking about how there were certain players that Man City were missing. No KDB, no Foden. Rodri went down. I think, listen, we're literally playing the champions of England and the former European champions from 2 years ago. I don't want to be hearing no excuses in regards to Man City not having them players available, because they've got strength and depth. They've got players who can come in and do a thing for them. So I don't want to hear that. If Kevin De Bruyne are there, and Kevin De Bruyne is getting old now, and Kevin De Bruyne's what now, 32, going on 33. You can't continuously keep going on in this regard. Again, certain things just happen in this game where it just these two teams are just these two teams are going to be reveling up against each other. As an Arsenal fan, it was good to see Arsenal just go into the game and get stuck in and really just grind it out. Like I said at the start, they enjoy defending, and you can see it in there. Just goes right back as well. You can see it from the game in the Champions League on Thursday. The way David Raya made that double save, it's like, that's like him scoring a goal. That's like the defence scoring a goal, keeping a clean sheet like that. From here, what do we do? Where does it go from here? Now, is a good, to go to the Etihad and to get that type of result. That is a bitter pill to, again, just like what I said about the Falcons, a bitter pill to swallow, because it was at the end. Both things with both my teams happened at the end of the game. One where the Falcons could have won it, and one where Arsenal could have won it themselves, but both were just pegged back, and were just pipped at the end. So very very unfortunate for Arsenal. Um, you know, it's really really yeah, it's really very tough. But we again, we move on, we move, and again, like I said, our next couple of games are Southampton and Leicester. Um, as much as there are no easy games, I think we're more than capable of getting stuff out of those two games, and we need to build on it. Um, Trossard's going to be suspended for I think a game, but it wasn't a straight red, so But I'm happy to how the boys defended. They were really very well. They played well. To have their backs to the wall for the entire second half at Man City against the champions and the players that they've got, is an achievement. Most teams would bite the hand for something like that. Um, just quickly before I wrap up, I'm just gonna mention the league table. Man City are top on 13 points. Liverpool and Aston Villa both on 12, and Arsenal are just behind them on 11. Yet to lose a game. Again, our next couple of games, if we can win those, we're still there. We'll still be there thereabouts. So just got to keep on going. Take the positives away, um, and just keep going. But yes, like I said before, the agenda against Arsenal at times, especially with how fans go on in regards to how Arsenal go on, I think it's just a bit silly. But me personally, I've ignored it for the longest time. But I just look at it and think, you know, every time Arsenal do something, it's an issue. It's like it is an agenda. But anyway, we move on. But anyway, guys, that's me for this episode of on the podcast, on this episode of My Two Cents. Hope you've enjoyed listening on Podbean, and I hope you've enjoyed watching on YouTube. Take care. I will see you on the next one. Keep a lookout for my result predictions for week 4 of the NFL season and the next set of fixtures coming up in the Premiership as well. Take care. Have a good week, and I'll see you in the next one.